Ik ben, I am. It's another name for God. God is the same as I am. But to be capable of saying I am, there must be something before it is spoken. Something starts to say I am. So before God, before I am, there is something. There must be something that can say I am. There must be something that can notice I exist. That's what you are. That is the source of every appearance. It is awareness that's conscious of itself. It's aware of its being. And there is the start of the I amness. The start from where everything appears. That's the only thing that you are. And what appears is just a means of understanding, for being consciousness, being aware. All this what you see and experience is just to make you see it comes out of the I am. It comes out of you. You are first, and then there is the I am, or the God, or awareness, consciousness. There must be something that is aware of I am. And we humans are going into the I am. I am this. I am not that. I am this. You are that. We make the difference. And their indifference is always fighting and fear to lose and being to protect what the world is doing. All differences and fightings but this is all coming out of the one I am. The I amness is the source from which everything appears. And before the I am, there is this field of awareness. And the awareness now is aware of what it is, because it understands, it knows, it's a living intelligence that experiences its own free happiness, because it has experienced that it is not this I am, it is not this divided world with all different little I am this, I am that, I am not you, I am me, I am, and all that belongs to this, the fear and to lose and the fear of not having enough and the war that's coming out of it, the fear and being afraid. This is the I am, all the little I ams. But that's not the truth. There's only one I am. That is being, beingness. And beingness is another name for God. And God is what you are. You are this being, and you are aware of it. There must be something that is aware of I am, that you are. Something is aware of the fact that you are. And this something is the pure source with no limits, nothing in it but feeling happy and feeling bliss, because it's discovered what it is not, and by that it knows what it is. And this pure living intelligence, this field of awareness, is what we all are. Feel it inside. Feel the freedom, feel the bliss. And don't lose yourself again in the form. That's just the play of the I amness. I am place that it is divided and tries to find itself back. And when you have made the journey out of yourself in the world and you return to yourself inside, there are no words left. It is before the source I am. There is this nameless realm, field. It is not a field because it has no borders, no limits. It is eternal bliss. That's what we all are, this bliss. Happy Ananda, Sat Chit Ananda. To be, to know that you are that bliss. You know that you exist, and not how you exist or in what form. You know there is existence. This awareness is aware of its free awareness. There's a free being. That's happy. That's bliss. Be happy. It is obvious that before you can do something, it must appear in your mind. You must think first, and then action. So there must be thoughts before you can do anything. It's very clear, but we don't think about it. But if you think really what it means, you think back to the first appearance of you. And that's not only when you wake up in the morning, but backwards, all the lives you lived, all the bodies you had, apparently, there had to be a thinker to start your life. If you ask people where you come from, they say, well, my father and my mother made me, but no, it's much deeper than that. There is a big mind, a spirit that starts to think, to manifest, to create a thought. And from that thought, you arise, your body form. How can you be there when you are only a thought? You are just, obviously, you only live in the mind of the one that thinks you. And who is the one thinking you? Yourself. You think yourself. And that's the power of the mind. It can concentrate so much its own thoughts that there start to be a belief in its reality. The mind creates a form and starts to believe in that form. And the form itself receives thoughts about itself being real, And then you think, well, if I touch my ear, I feel it, so it must be real. No, it's only the thought that says there is an ear being touched and it feels like real. It's just thoughts. It's only all is happening in the mind of the first one being that started to create forms, that started to think about forms, to imagine forms, and it did it well because there are so many living forms created and crawling through one another over the earth, but it is just in the mind of the one. Yeah, there's no name for it. It's creator or the thinker of the consciousness. That's maybe the best word. A big field of consciousness, or big or small, you don't even know that because it has no borders. Consciousness is a living intelligence. It has no form. Consciousness is awareness, and this awareness manifests thoughts in a play field wherein forms can play. And this is not the reality, it's just a thought. How can there be reality in a thought? So this whole world is not real. It is only mind. It's created in the mind of the first beingness that will ever be the only beingness. It is only fantasy. Whatever you feel or do or think you feel or think you do, it is just thoughts. That makes you so happy to feel that. To know that what you really are is consciousness, awareness, and not all this stuff that's playing on this planet with sickness and everything that's happening on it, the wars and fightings and misery. It is not a reality, it's just all playing forms in this one big field of awareness. And why it is there? The awareness is now convinced that it is what it is. It is not this blah, 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 but it is the witness or the liberated field, liberated energy. That's the happiness, the bliss. If you don't feel good and it's over, you feel better. So something like that. So it is manifesting war and duality and peace and war and fighting. So, and when it's finds out it is not that war, there's happiness, peace after the being busy, and so after the work there's the rest. And then you say, it wasn't real. It is not real. It's just imagination. Imagination can continue, but it doesn't. It's not real. You know it. You're convinced it is not real. So play on and enjoy the play. Before whatever can happen, there must be the thought first to make it happen. There must be a thought that says, oh, I will get up and take that, or I will go outside. There must be the thought first. Notice that. And the most interesting thing, the liberating thing is this thought is not yours. It is life that flows like it goes. If something is to be done, you will do it. Something in you will start the thought, oh, I will do that. Or today I will not do that. It's not your thought. It's not your doing. You are the instrument. That's a very fine idea and a good thought to know. Nothing can happen without the thought that starts all things. And the thought is whatever appears. It's the flow. A wave at sea cannot think before it is a wave. It is just ocean water. It can never start to become a wave if it is not pushed from underneath. And then it comes up and it falls back again. And that's what you are. You are the wave in the ocean of life. Life pushes you around. It's not your doing. It's not had nothing to do with you. And it goes like it goes. It happens or it happens not. What is being done or not being done. It's nothing to do with you. That's a liberating thing to know. It's good. It's free. You are free. You are good. Nothing can ever happen without the thought to make it happen, to make it appear. And thought is just mind. It's the mind of God or the beloved or life itself that's making everything appear as it is. It's just imagination. It's not even real when you stand up and do something. The thought makes you stand up and do something, but the thought is not real. Thought is just energy in the mind, in the spirit of the one beingness. It's so funny. You think you are somebody with responsibility, and it seems that there is not even a movement. There is nothing but awareness, empty field consciousness, making things up, dreaming. You are dreamt object in the mind of God. You are not real. Nothing to do but follow the flow. So funny. If you concentrate on the source of your appearance, of the energy that made forms visible, if you don't look at the forms, you won't be stuck and imprisoned. And if you concentrate on the energy, then you see emptiness with little dots moving, atoms moving, maybe a field with intelligence, living energy, like out of the cosmos. There's nothing to see, but it is alive. It is living nothingness, no thingness. It is not a thing, but out of it come all things. They appear like concentrated forms, and that's what starts to form itself in colors and movements, apparently. And that is the energy that is now visible. It is in your mind. This visible energy is visible in this form that has taken the energy. But we have always to go back, not forward in the world, in the stuff, in the things, because there is just misery and war and fighting about objects, and go back. Always go back. Where do you come from? Where does this come from? How did it appear? And then you end up in the source of your being, and that is an empty field. It is the most fine place. It is not a place, but it is the most fine and happy circumstance where one can be. It's peace. And out of this field arises forms and energy and thoughts, the feelings, the experience I am. And there is the form is created out of this I am beingness. This energy creates forms, but it is not a reality because it is just energy, contracted energy that takes a human form and a form of animals and form of stones and rocks and water and plants and trees, and that is just concentrated energy, and it is flowing back to itself. And in the human, it is a most developed energy with a very wise understanding, capacity to investigate, what am I? And then you'll find out that you have lived in a dream and you lost your energy, you lost your awareness and your experiences in dream forms and dream happenings. And then it makes you free of all this, what appears. It makes you free of your own body form, and it makes you free of your own troubles and longings and feeling to miss something, because you are not this this form. You are not this mind, you are not this longing, and this is what you what you long for and you feel separated, that is just the dream of the energy field, the awareness which you are. You can call it God, that's a name for it. And this is what you are when you started to experience the I am feeling. And then from that I am feeling, it came in multiple forms. And then you were lost. And you tried to find the way home. And just when you experience the source that you are, you see that it is only a dream. It was just dream form out of the mind, of the spirit, or the awareness of this first beingness. You can call it the beloved, or God, or the self, the true self, what you are. You are this beginning, and you started to dream. And now you wake up and you see it was never reality. It was just a travel in the dream, the imagination. Feels good.